What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Fire Flame February. I know it's been a good minute, but I'm back, baby. Okay, so today's wild card is about the rapper Mr. Boosie Badass. Apparently, folks were feeling some type of way about the post that was mentioned in his latest interview with Vlad TV. This was about how some may say he was celebrating the death of a man who attempted to rob him once upon a time. So we know that there's a lot of people who, once they saw the interview, they could get the gist of Boosie's side of the story. There's also a lot of people who have felt like there was no justification or valid reasoning behind the stuff that he said. In my opinion, I totally understand Boosie's stance on the situation, and I totally understand that if you do dirt, you're going to get even dirtier results. And that's no secret. If a person is constantly out here doing wrong to people, you can't expect everybody to sympathize with what the end result may be. Some may beg to differ because at the time of this happening, Boosie was into the streets. And I feel like, yes, this is true, but at the end of the day, either way, whether he was rich or not, robbing somebody is a death threat. It doesn't matter what your position is in life. You could be rich or poor. At the end of the day, it's either you or them. And that's whether it's a karmatic debt being paid down the line to somebody that may have gotten away with it, or somebody felt like, you know what, it's not worth it, do whatever you got to do, or somebody dealing with the situation right then and there when it happens. No matter what the motive, no matter what the plot or ploy, it will always turn out to be a life or death, sink or swim situation. A foolish, selfish, conscious decision and action is being made saying that nothing or nobody, not you, not your parents, not your children, anything, past, present, future, whatever, fuck all of it. It became absolutely nothing. Nothing in this world is more important than taking from somebody. The ones that you love are no longer important. They're no longer considered. Let's not forget, 95% of the time, the people that are being stolen from work their asses off to get everything that they have and are proud of it. Forget the fact that they could be thieving from somebody on their last diaper, just trying to feed their kids, maybe take care of a sick parent, grandparent, whatever. You know, even wanted to spoil themselves for a change, get a new piece of jewelry, TV, whatever the case may be. It seems to me that all give a fuck leaves the building when it comes to people that really just feel like they're entitled to go and take some shit that somebody has because they don't have it, with absolutely no consequence. And I'm sure it's always going to be followed by some hood rat game of flaunting somebody else's shit that they really don't have. I mean, why flaunt what you have if you really don't have it? You see what I'm saying? Quite frankly, why flaunt what you have if you actually have it? Anyway, I digress. And sadly, some people get away with what they do, but not for long. And that's even if something happens down the line, something happening to their kid or girlfriend or parent, whatever. Or just like Boosie was talking about in the interview, he said that the guy ended up, he was heavy on drugs. The guy even ended up having an aneurysm. It's even some people that have done wrong for so long that they end up strung out on drugs, or they get sick with a terminal illness, all because of the things that they have done in this lifetime. It's like your mind is eating away at your body. Just like the song says, if you travel back in time with me real quick, the song Friday by Ice Cube off the very first Friday sound, the song said, cause we all got them hard heads, so it seems like we are waiting for a drive-by playing tag with Satan. And that's exactly what people are doing. When you live your life reckless like that, not a care in the world, you really are playing tag with Satan. And once Satan tags you, one stupid idea can lead to a bunch of regrets. And that's if you have time to think about them. And thieving comes in categories. You have the ones who steal just to steal. Then you have the ones that steal because they've made it somehow a career out of it. And it's what they do because the predicament that they have is that it's the only way for them to get what they want out of life. Then last but not least, there's the favorite thief that, is always trying to follow back on somebody, still trying to be cool, like almost like living a second high school life, trying to impress somebody because, they want everybody else to think they're gangster and all this other crazy ridiculousness, Unfortunately, Willie Lynch really messed us up. And there's still people that are grown as I don't know what, still trying to achieve these goals.
Real Pookie and Ray Ray.
And somewhere within these thieves that I described, people that honestly have been going to jail for so long that, they cannot function without being locked up, constantly going back and forth to jail over God knows what. And then there's the people that, once again, swear they are so hard and are very determined to prove this point. And once they get locked up, it's a whole different story. And most of the time, as soon as they get locked up, a lot of them cry for mama. And I'm sure there comes a time where mama is going to let you stay in there. And some people mess up so bad with their family, their parents and other people look at them like, wait a minute. First of all, why are you calling me? And second of all, you calling me for what? Nobody has time for that. When you keep doing dumb shit to get locked up, especially if you got to use somebody else's money just to get out, to do the same stupid shit all over again. People work hard for their money. They don't work hard to make bail for people who do things that they know damn well they shouldn't be doing. I would say don't burn bridges that you know you need to be connected to. People that live that type of lifestyle, that are constantly doing stuff like that to people, and usually people like that have it in their mind that God will never sit them down and humble them. You can only be innocent but for so long, and people are going to start seeing that it's not always the reverse. Oh, such and such did this to me, so I did that. No, it's always going to be somebody that's going to be like, you know what? He's full of shit. He did that because he felt like doing it. And that's just the honest to God truth. One thing I never ever understood is why be out here terrorizing people and doing things that you know is going to compromise your freedom, your safety, and your sanity. If you got to always lie and act like you didn't do something, or you finding yourself constantly having to run from the law because you did something that you really shouldn't have been doing out here. Most of all, God knows what you're doing out here. Why run when you could just be honest and take the punishment for whatever you did? Understand that the people who constantly yell free such and such, knowing the way that they live out here is scummy, are either coercing their activity or getting a different version of them. What other people know that have been victims of the goofy shit that they do out here. And there's always going to be somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows you and what you're really doing out here in the world. They know who to bullshit and who not to bullshit with. And one thing's for certain, you can only portray an image so long before somebody that knows you for real, that knows the real you, will be the one to expose it. But people who live scummy expose themselves. Stop doing things that will compromise your life, and you won't have to worry about police catching you, somebody snitching on you, or a witness that saw what you did and was like, yo, I'm about to go to the police station or whatever, what have you. Save your own life. You have to save your own life. Okay, just like the meme said that's been going around. All right, I'm going to head out. But before I do, I want to make sure I end this video with a very inspirational message for anybody that's an adult or even in the youth or adolescence that's toggling or pondering on doing anything that, you know, in the back of your mind can ruin or cost you your life within the blink of an eye. I'm here to tell you, don't do it. And I'm not really one to tell people what to do and what not to do. But if you know it's going to mess you up, if you have nobody to talk to, can't talk to, or you just haven't honestly been given that guidance to let you know when it's something that truly isn't worth your freedom, please listen to what I have to say. I want you to really, really think about something. Think about this. Ask yourself, how many people have told you that the moment that you start thinking or acting on something that could potentially ruin everything for you, seen and unseen, that you are sacrificing your life as soon as you're influenced or go for doing something that you know is foul that you'll regret? Count them on one hand or take a piece of paper, make a list as a brain teaser. Now, by the time you do that, I'm sure you'll realize, or sooner or later come to epiphany, that you need to either change your circle or make your circle a dot. So by the time your circle chooses you, it will be an empowering one. Now, I'm sure this is a really good time to start questioning, what does ride or die really mean? What does having a ride or die really mean? And I'm about to drop some jewels on y'all real quick. Like, really break it down, because some of your so-called friends may be really guiding you to your grave. You know, I hate to say this, but sometimes it may be a case of your friend being friends with you for so long, they might be riding, have such a long ride that they're waiting for you to die. They're waiting for some shit to happen to you. They're waiting for a reason for y'all to fall out, whatever, what have you. Your friends could be using you as a whole blood sacrifice, and it may not have even dawned yet. And what benefit has it actually had to be around people like that are sacrificing your life and their own, that nobody should have time to do? And that goes for, friends and family too. And like I always say, just because somebody is blood doesn't mean they can't be dirty water. And just because somebody is considered only water does not make them flesh of your flesh, blood of your blood. You know what? And it's crazy because aside of street codes and shit, some people do things while you're in their presence. Some things that are extremely fucked up, just so you could take the fall for it, because they know that you will take the fall for them. And it ain't because of street code. It's because they know your loyalty and they know your heart. Ask yourself, how many times have you taken the fall for somebody? And how many times have they said, you know what? This is fucked up. I gotta stop doing this. If you have other plans in life, that is absolutely not where you want to be. Imagine getting up every single day with the same routine and having to wake up and know you could be possibly sent to jail for the rest of your life over some goofy shit. And please don't say you won't get caught, because you're gonna get caught either way, like I said earlier. Imagine not being able to see your mom for weeks, months, years, or your child that's somebody that's of some type of inspiration to you. Or going back to children, sometimes people's children are the only reason why they would want to do something right in their life. Imagine not having that. Imagine breaking into the wrong house and next thing you know, you're staring down a barrel of a shotgun. How quick can you think about your life? How quick can you say, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have did this. That's wrong. I shouldn't have let somebody talk me into it. Or I shouldn't have been thinking about this in the first place. The clock starts ticking as soon as you manifest. You cannot change things being done in the past. But what you can change is putting forth good things to do so that you can possibly change what may have been for you in the future. A person may have told you that you may not be shit in the future or you won't amount to anything. But as soon as you decide that you want to make a change, that will change. And this one right here goes out to Black men and my Hispanic men. Do not do things to embarrass your ancestors. If you feel like it's something you got to think twice about, then 9 times out of 10, it's not the thing to do. You want to make your ancestors proud, not disappointed. They have gone through too much to get you here today. The rights we have today, they died for. So don't discredit their struggle by doing things that you know would shame them. Even if you have to think about people, different people in your family and all their accomplishments and even their struggles, some things you may have seen them go through or even heard that they went through, but they got over. They chose to be all right. They chose to say, you know what, I went through this, but guess what? I got over. And that's okay. As long as it gives you an idea of the great that you want to be, it's all good. It's nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere. Sometimes we need that reminder. And I'm so glad that I could be that reminder for somebody, whoever is listening to this today, and they needed that. I'm glad that I could provide that. All right, guys, it's time for me to get on out of here. So please stay tuned for our next video. Anybody who subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate anybody who decides to designate their time to sit and watch my videos or listen to my videos and what I have to say. It means a lot to me. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out.